India and Pakistan, two countries divided at birth, united in their love for cricket. They have fought 4 wars, actually many more on the cricket field. India and Pakistani cricket fans are not ready to settle for anything but a win when they play the arch rivals.
Hello and welcome to this special broadcast that we're bringing to you live from New York. You know, you would be fooled into believing you're not in USA right now because of the energy, because of the colors that I see around me. You could very well be in Rajkot, in Mumbai, in Delhi, any of these places, because everywhere you go, you see a sea of blue. Those many Indian fans have turned up. I'll just show you around. There are many that are still walking in. So it's a sea of blue that has descended on the Nassau County cricket ground that is going to be witnessing an India-Pakistan game. I have plenty of fans with me. I'll be talking to them. But before I get to them, quick weather update. It has been raining for the last 10-15 minutes, but it's not a heavy rain. It's been a mild drizzle that we've experienced. Even now, there is a bit of a drizzle happening. Dark clouds. Let me quickly show you the dark clouds up there. So grey clouds, dark clouds up there, but the news is that the rain has kind of stopped now. It was a heavy drizzle some time ago. The rain has stopped now. No, I got wet. It was a
rain came for AajTak actually, so that he can swing. AajTak is going to swing, you know. Exactly. This was for AajTak actually. I'm counting on AajTak. He will take at least. Yeah.
Okay, so they're saying
the way he bowled against Ireland, you know, the ball swinging. I remember last time when India plays Pakistan, AajTak took Babar and Rizwan both actually, you know. So it was
There will be an in-swinger and Babar Azam will be LBW first ball.
one by one.
Even the rain gods, as he rightly suggested, are in our favor.
Okay, before I...
This is a jinx. Every India-Pakistan match, last so many years, rain comes, people panic, people worry that their ticket money will go waste, but Indian team gives them all the good reasons to knock out the Pakistanis, and the King Kohli rules the show year on year.
Okay, let me. I want to speak to you about cricket, but before that, I know it's a long walk to reach till here. I hope your energy levels are not down.
They've gone up further because, you know, the atmosphere is like amazing, you know.
Okay, what were you saying?
It doesn't get better.
It doesn't get better than this. Like, it is the first.
Show me your Josh.
How's the
Okay, let's go back so I can fit all of you in. Okay, now let's get to the. Okay, let the lady also come in. Let me. So they've got the Indian tricolor. If you can show. Just step back a bit. Just come back. So, yeah. Now see all of you. So you've got a lovely Indian tricolor. You've got the dholki. You've got all sorts of instruments here. And I love your attire. Just come here. Right. So he's got a tricolored attire. Both of them. You must have spent a fortune getting this tailor-made for yourself.
Yes, I spent a fortune for me and my friend. This has come from all the way from India. This is a Pagdi gang who rules the show!
Okay. This is the Pagdi gang. So, you know, a lot of fans here have traveled from the US.
Pagdi gang actually. Pagdi gang is always Tagdi gang, you know.
Okay. Come this side. Let me fit more of you. Okay. So one, as you say, I've seen a lot of fans. They've all traveled from the US. But you guys are from the US or traveled from India?
No, I've traveled all the way from Mumbai for this game, and it is year-on-year India-Pakistan match. Which part of the world it happens, I'm there. And the gentleman, Mr. Nikhil, is a lucky mascot for India. I and he always interview each other, and India wins, and King Kohli rules the show.
I hope so.
I came from Canada. Okay. I travel actually. I've been following all the World Cups of India, Australia, England. Wherever India plays, I go. India-Pakistan games are always special. Today we're gonna beat them. Simple.
So I'm traveling myself with my son from India, and I've come.
Which part of India?
I'm from Noida, and me and my son, I have come here specially only for this match because it doesn't get better than this. And happening here for the first time, I mean, this is like a world event.
Are you proud of joining a Pagdi gang?
Of course, definitely.
Okay, let me see your attire as well. She's also got a India chunni, India chunni with an India badge. Who's your favorite player? Who are you hoping that does very well today?
Rohit Sharma. He's my favorite player, and I know he'll bring us the cup home.
Cheers.
For me, it's Virat Kohli.
Okay, it's India versus Pakistan. How can you not talk about it?
I want Pandya to do well, actually. You know, there's a lot going on actually in his life, but you know, I want him to actually come through, and I think he will.
Okay, what do you make of the game? What is going to happen today?
For sure, India will win. I came from Dubai all the way, especially for this match. And my favorite player is Bumrah, so I know that he will rule the show.
Okay, good news. Okay, one last final chair for India. What are you going to be doing in the stadium? Let's hear it.
We are going to do Chak De India.
India jeetega, jeetega, bhai jeetega, India jeetega.
Okay, thank you guys. Have a good game. Enjoy. We'll catch you a little
We have
later.
1 minute. We have a live interview with Mr. Nikhil. I would want him to tell who will be the game changer in today's game.
I am picking Jasprit Bumrah, and I have a feeling that it'll be Surya Kumar Yadav.
Okay, thank you, Nikhil, for Jasprit Bumrah and Surya. India will
Yes,
win.
come. We've got before you get the picture with me. Tell us what's going to happen in the game. What are you expecting?
It depends on the toss.
Okay, come back.
It depends on the toss. Whoever wins the toss will have more probability to win.
Are you worried with the fact that you are outnumbered? There are more Indian fans than Pakistani fans.
We were already, prepared for it.
Okay.
And we are used to it. So yeah, no issues.
But your energy levels are going to be high. You're going to give them a run for their money.
Way high. All set for that.
Okay, tell me, Pakistan not had a great start. What does that do to the Pakistan team? As a Pakistan fan, how do you see that start? Do you think that it makes it more dangerous, the Pakistan team more dangerous, or makes them more vulnerable?
I think it's more vulnerable. Yeah, it's not the same old team when it was like, cornered tigers. I don't see that. Right. It's more of a festival for us. We are not here just to see, Pakistan is going to win. Okay. It's like more about a festival we are going to look, and we are prepared for what's going to happen.
Okay, lovely speaking to you. What's your name?
Heather. And I'm
Heather.
a big fan of you, buddy.
Thank you so much, Heather.
I'll follow you guys.
Thank you.
And what's his name?
Vikrant. Yes. Heather is from Pakistan. Have a good game. Very, very realistic in his approach. He thinks that this Pakistan team may not be the cornered tigers that we often talk about, the one that become very threatening after a game. This team is not the same team, is his opinion. So we've heard from a few fans now. As you can see, not too much time left for the game to start. So a lot of them are now heading towards the stadium, as you can see right now. Mostly Indian fans, sea of blue, as I mentioned earlier, mostly Indian fans, and the queue are extending till there. There's a lot of security deployment, heavy security, because remember, firstly it's an India-Pakistan game, then there were a few security threats as well, which is why the police here are leaving no stone unturned to keep their security levels top-notch. That is something that we also experienced when we were getting inside the stadium. But talking about this encounter, what makes India versus Pakistan special? It's the fans. And I chatted up with loads of fans, both from India as well as Pakistan, about how do they see this particular contest. Let's listen in to a lot of them that were heading into the stadium a short while ago. You could see the excitement, and the first one that I met is a Pakistani fan. What's your name? Mohsin. Okay, where you come from, Mohsin?
Canada, from Winnipeg, yeah.
Okay, how much, before I ask you about India, Pakistan, how much you pay?
Tickets. That's a question that you don't
It's a lot of money.
Like $2,000.
So $2,000 a piece?
Yeah.
That's
We're lunatics.
yeah, that's $4,000 US.
Yeah.
Did it cause a domestic upheaval, a fight?
No, I wanted to come. Yeah, I was like,
Honestly, you cannot match this
We're there
experience.
for the vibe.
Yeah, for the why. Okay, what are you expecting in the game then today?
Well, we're expecting a good competition at least. As long as both the teams compete, and obviously we'd like Pakistan to win, but as long as it's a good competition, good atmosphere, we'd love that.
What about you?
Yeah, of course.
You spend big money.
I know, rooting for Pakistan, but also here for Virat Kohli. I love him.
What do you like about Virat?
His fitness, just his discipline. I really admire him.
Level.
Yeah.
Next level. Nobody matches Virat. Nobody.
That's something that I've seen with a lot of Pakistan fans. I was in Australia as well.
Right.
A lot of them, when that game happened in Melbourne,
Yes.
they said that we're disappointed because Pakistan lost, but we're happy because Virat played the way he did. So that's the love that he gets there.
Oh,
Yes,
everywhere.
yes,
Like
yeah.
he, you know what, he is his fitness, his contribution to the community, the cricket community, his love.
You know, his mind and everything, I really admire him.
He's inspired so many future cricketers that are coming up that, you know, some of, you know, our players can get some maybe inspiration from him.
All right. Lovely talking to you guys.
Lovely talking to you too.
You guys have a great game.
Love your show on Sports Tech. Watch it all the time. And gonna go say hi to Vikrant
say
as
it.
well.
Okay, have a good game, guys.
Thank you.
See you. Bye. Where have you come from?
We are coming from New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
And so you're live. You're live.
Okay.
What are you expecting today?
We're expecting India smashing Pakistan today.
We are very much excited to watch an India-Pakistan match. That too at New York. It's a big occasion. T20 World Cup. What else? And Indian win.
A century from Kohli. Yeah, we just won that. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys a bit worried about the pitches that have been on offer? Because I know fans love a lot of runs. Right?
We have both the things in our armory, right? Okay. We have a very great batting. We have great bowling. If the pitch is assisting our bowling, we have Bumrah. Bumrah is there to rock the batting of Pakistan. So if the pitch is good enough for the batting, we have Kohli, we have Rohit Sharma, right? We are ready for everything. Yeah.
Whatever may be the pitch, India is going to win.
Yeah.
So we just want to be part of it. We want to celebrate it.
We have played 3 matches now. It's our home ground now. New York is second home ground for India. So we are going to take this.
All right, guys. Have a good game. Have a good time here.
Great talking to you.
Likewise.
You guys have your tickets ready on your cell phone.
बहुत बढ़िया आप
चैनल देखता रहता हूँ आप और विक्रांत के पिकनिक भी देखता रहता हूँ पाकिस्तान से आया हूँ so I watch all your shows.
What are you expecting today?
If first 6 over, if Pakistan ball first, Shaheen Shafidi must take wickets immediately. India 21 for 3, we are in good shape. If that doesn't happen, फिर हम काम खराब हो जाना है.
What do you reckon?
I feel like get early wickets in the power play, put pressure on them, and restrict them to a low total and chase it down.
Let me see the posters that you've got. It's very interesting. So they've got Imran Khan's poster. What's the relevance? You're big Imran fans, or you want to inspire your team with what Imran's team did in '92? That's why you've got.
हमने ये बनाया था कि इमरान खान को देख के टीम थोड़ा मोटिवेट हो जाए. 92 को भी हमारा सेम सिचुएशन था, तो ये 4 और ये 6 बनाया है. लेकिन हमारा जो लीडर है, हमारा जो मेन कप्तान है, fearless captain, आज हमने डरना नहीं है. Don't be scared. If USA can beat us, we can beat India. We are very passionate about this sports today.
Same as well.
Okay. Do you think that loss against the USFA has made Pakistan more dangerous, or has it made them more vulnerable?
I think it made them more dangerous because now they have no choice. If they lose today, they're pretty much out of the tournament. So now it's like a do or die, must-win game for them. If they would have won from USA, it would have been 50-50. They could have taken, you know what, we lose from India, we can win other game. But today is a must-win game, so it adds extra spice to the game.
All right, guys, have a good game. Have a good time. Lovely.
आपको ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी देखा था, हर जगह देखा है.
Thank you so much. Have a good game. Lovely hat, guys.
Hi.
What are you expecting today?
India to win. Hopefully it'll be a good scoring game. Hopefully it's not as bad as the other game.
Yeah. Are you worried about the pitches?
I am a little worried about the pitches, but hopefully it's not as bad as that other game.
Who's going to be the star today then for India?
Rohit Sharma.
Okay, have a good game, guys. Have a good game. All right. Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not bad. What's going to happen today?
I hope Pakistan wins. That's what's going to happen.
Rizwan is going to have a big day.
Yeah, he is a big match player.
He's going to have a hat trick today.
Oh. Yeah, you got conditions like that.
Yeah.
You're happy with the conditions? Helps us.
If we bowl first, I hope so.
It's going to happen. Ball first.
Ball first. Naseem Shah is going to have a huge day.
Naseem Shah. We'll make it happen.
Okay, have a good game, guys. Lovely meeting you guys.
We are here for
Anushka's husband, Virat Kohli. Okay, love that. We are here for Anushka's husband. So it's not Virat Kohli's wife, but Anushka's husband. That's lovely. I love that. I like the women power. What are you guys expecting in the game today?
India
Definitely for sure. But we would like to see a fight.
we came here to see a good match, and we definitely want to
We
see a
just
good
don't want
fight.
it to be one-sided.
Even Pakistan to play good, but India to
One second. Go ahead.
It's one-sided. India will win. That's it. Simple.
Okay, go guys. Have a good game. Have a good game. All of you. Love your posters. What is this? What does this one says? Just read it out.
Yeah, my husband says it's cricket or me, so here I am.
That's a lovely.
I didn't know she was saying
That's the husband, huh? I have somebody from the Bharat Army with me. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good.
So, these are the guys that travel across the globe to be watching the Indian team. Firstly, tell me, how's the experience been like in the US now? This is uncharted territory for cricket fans.
Oh, it's amazing. I've been in New York for the last 4 days. The atmosphere's been building over the last 2-3 days as well. More and more fans coming in, actually from all over the world. And it's amazing for cricket fans who live in this part of the world who don't get to see these types of matches in their world. So it's fantastic, right? It's amazing.
You've been around the world, right? To Australia, to UK, to the Caribbean earlier, to watch a lot of cricket. What's the difference that you found here vis-a-vis cricket everywhere else that we've seen?
I think the passion, right? People, they don't get to see the cricket here, right? So passion is unreal for them, right? So you see another level of passion, another level of... And look, these are my friends from the UK.
Hey, how's it going,
From
man?
the UK.
Good, man.
So this is all the bonhomie that you have before the game starts. I'm guessing once the game starts, then they're going to be having a go at each other. But what do you reckon? I was just talking to him about cricket in the US. Yeah. This is uncharted territory. Cricket's been there in the UK, where you guys come from, in Australia, various other things. What's the one thing that you found that's been different here in US, watching cricket in the US, or the experience here in the US versus the other cricketing countries?
I think there's actually a sense in the US, especially New York, that something's happening, that there's a World Cup on. And we saw the advertising in Times Square. People were talking about it. Even the immigration official knew about the World Cup and that USA had just beaten Pakistan. And they said, aren't we bad? And I said, don't worry, it happens.
Okay, what's the bet going to be like? You guys are good friends, right? So if India win, he buys you dinner. Or if Pakistan win, you buy him
I'll tell
dinner.
you what happens. If India win, we buy him a beer. If we win, he buys us a Diet Coke.
That's a good one. But let's talk cricket, right? What do you reckon? Pakistan losing that first game, does that make them more dangerous or does it make them more vulnerable? What do you
I would say with Pakistan, you never know what team turns up. So with T20, we've got a lot of chance this time. So let's see what we do. Hopefully we do well.
Yeah, are you guys disappointed with the pitches on offer so far, tournament?
I think the New York pitch is definitely inconsistent. Could have been better, but obviously the atmosphere is still good. The ground looks good, so we're still going to have a good time. Hopefully, have a good game.
Okay. Quick prediction: what do you reckon? How the match is going to go? India bats. What do you reckon happens?
I don't know. It's difficult to tell on this pitch, but as long as they put on a good score, maybe close to 180 on the pitch, which seems to be a bit of a challenge, then I think it'll be a good game. Pakistan are most dangerous in this situation when they're being wounded.
Oh, we have a very hardcore fan from Canada. Traveled all the way from Toronto
Overnight drive.
Overnight drive. And $1,500 for a ticket. How much have you paid?
Face value, $434.
He is a lucky guy. Whoever got him that ticket on face value at $434, he's a very lucky guy, because I just met a couple from Pakistan that have paid close to 2,000 USD one ticket.
Bought it a month ago and they were not waiting last minute. It was 2,000 for any ticket. Last week it went down to 1,000 because people were desperate to sell, but 1,000 was morning was 1,000 the cheapest.
Okay. Do you know what platform you're on? Sports Today, do you watch it?
Is Sid there? Well, Sid knows I'm a big fan, right?
Siddharth would be watching. So you're on Sports Today. Do you watch it very often?
Every day almost. Sometimes not live, most of the time recorded, but I do watch it.
Okay, so he's a Sports Today fan that we've just...
Send you super chats. I can take advantage of just WhatsApping you my questions, but I don't. I contribute to the cause. And
you're going to contribute to the platform. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, he's a big Virat Kohli fan. India-Pakistan games are always games where Virat Kohli shows his mettle. What are you expecting from him?
I'll be very honest. 8 hours of drive, I'm thinking I don't have a good feeling today about him. Not the team, but about him.
Why?
For some reason.
Why?
He had just an amazing IPL. I just feel that he just probably would run out of steam. But then it's Virat Kohli. Big matches, bigger the man, right?
So you're only
on this back. And top order, oh my God, like
I just cannot even imagine anything better for Team India. I think we're going to kill them with seam. Siraj, Arshdeep and Bumrah. I think it's going to be the ballers that's going to get us this game.
What are you expecting in the game today? Runs today, who's going to get you wickets today?
Rohit, Sharma and Virat Kohli. I expect both of them to score runs today, and some from Shivam Dube, and Bumrah and Siraj are going to take the wickets, and along with Yuzi.
Okay, that's interesting. You think Yuzi is going to get a chance to play?
I hope so, because there's a track for spinners, so I in the team.
Yuzi. आज मारेगा शिवम दुबे, आज 100 मारेगा. शिवम दुबे मारेगा 100.
लेकिन उसके लिए ओपनर जल्दी आउट होना पड़ेगा ना, उसको 100 मारने.
रोहित भाई आउट नहीं हो रहा. अरे यार बात कर रहे हो. कोई तो 100 मारेगा. कोई तो 100 मारेगा.
ओपनर 100 मार सकते हैं, but 100 मारने के लिए will have to come very early. But yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Are you guys pitches that you've seen?
We came from Florida. And like we never know. The match will be like 120 or 130. We never know, and we lost the fun. We see runs to score like 200, making 250. Pakistan chase 200 and get out.
That's what you want. India has a more balanced side. We have batting and bowling combination of both, and very good fielding too. I think Pakistan has a bowling, but they are lacking on batting. You see their game against USA, they just couldn't restrict 150. So I mean they cannot bat on their batting either on this wicket. So yes, I think it should be one-sided game. The way Indian side, if India brings their even, it will be one-sided game.
It will be one-sided if Azam can't play because he's so big. It's going to be one.
India and US to be the top two teams. India and US.
Oh, you know what? You know when Pakistan go through?
No, because if they reach, they can beat us in the semis or somewhere.
So last World Zimbabwe beat Pakistan, and then Pakistan ended up in the final.
But I thought you'll show confidence. It's okay. Pakistan comes, we'll meet them in the semis, beat them there as well.
Yeah, we don't want to see Shaheen Shah Afridi twice. Only once is okay. Once is okay. Not twice. Just once is fine. Shaheen Shah, we don't want to see him twice.
And now they've got Amir as well. 2 left-arm pacers.
Amir, Mohammad also. Who's the other guy? Naseem Shah. Naseem Shah.
So you reckon these overcast conditions, I've been nice and bright. Overcast conditions, you reckon will be an issue?
Yeah, I think so, because Pakistan has those pace, right? And they can get the ball to swing. So, and then Harris off. Don't worry, we have Virat Kohli for hit him straight 6.
Okay, we have depth in batting too. Even if we lose an early wicket against the swing, we have a batting till 8 or 9. I mean, we have all-round batting, and like Akshar Patel, Ravindra Jadeja, they are the match winners. They are right there. So I don't think even overcast going to happen.
After the injury, supporting him. Yeah.
Okay, all the best, guys. Have a good game. Yeah, I've got some very interesting fans here. Caribbean fans. Come. Hi, guys. Do you mind if I speak to you?
Sure.
Lovely to see these colors. It's an India-Pakistan game, so only I'm getting to see is blue and green. What has got you to the game? Just to watch some good cricket?
A good lover of cricket. We all are from the West Indies.
Yeah, well, which part of the West Indies are you? Which island are you from?
Islands. I'm from Trinidad.
Okay.
Grenada.
Ah, lovely. So we got the entire West Indian contingent represented. But who are you going to be rooting for today?
India.
Virat.
Are you guys big Virat fans?
Yeah, I watch them all the time, man.
What is it that you like?
His intensity and the way how he plays. Intensity and love it.
I mean, I don't know whether you've been to an India-Pakistan game before, but what do you make of the atmosphere here today?
It's crazy. We are expecting it to be crazy because we know they are 2 of the top teams.
And you guys are the hosts as well. So this is effectively a game being played. It's West Indies' chance to host the World Cup. Hoping that India play West Indies forward.
In the final.
If it happens in Barbados, I hope to see you guys. I'll be there too. See you.
Yeah, I bought my ticket already for Barbados for the finals. I'll be there.
Okay, see you guys. Have a good game. Yeah.
I want to say one thing to New York City Mayor Eric Adams. He made a biggest mistake by rejecting the stadium in Bronx. If he had made this, they would turn the economy of New York City. I wish he get this message.
Okay, I hope he does. I hope, yeah. What is irked you about it? The quality of pitches?
Well, pitch is slow. Wish they can do better job, but
Outfield is
slow too. Outfield is slow too. Whatever I saw the game, so I don't expect more run.
Maybe they could have had all games in the Caribbean, right? It was their chance.
Going Barbados. To see, we are going to see the Barbados final.
We were in India also to the World Cup. Yeah, we were in India also, and I think it's a good beginning in the United States.
All right, you heard from all those fans there lining up outside the Nassau Cricket Stadium, getting in to watch that India-Pakistan game. What we're getting to know right now is that the toss is delayed at the moment. So because of the rain, good news, rain has stopped at the moment. Rain has stopped here at the moment at the ground. But there is a possibility that the toss is going to be delayed. So we'll keep updating you as we keep getting a lot of updates as and when they come. For the moment, let's go and listen in to Indian captain Rohit Sharma, what he had to say on the eve of the game.
Yeah, look, like everyone else, I think I don't want to rely on one or two individuals to win us the game. I think all 11 of us needs to contribute. And of course, there are key players who are going to play key roles for us. But I think everyone needs to chip in whatever they can, in however they can, in their best possible way. And speaking of Virat, obviously, he didn't play that Bangladesh game, but he's had enough training under his belt before this game. You know, he trained yesterday, didn't had a great outing in the first game, but that is, we're not going to look into too much of that. You know, again, the kind of experience that he has, playing all over the world, playing in big tournaments, nothing can beat that. So I think, like him, there are responsibility on everyone who's going to play tomorrow to, you know, fetch us those 2 points. No, not really. Nothing has changed from last 7 months because we played them in Asia Cup and then the World Cup and now. So earlier it was a different ball game because we used to play them maybe once in 4 years or 2 years. Now it's a different ball game. We literally played 7 months back in Asia Cup and the World Cup, and here we are again now. So for me, I think nothing changes. Like, you know, I've said it many a times. I want to approach this as another international game where, you know, I got to get myself recollected and, you know, make those decisions on the field. And I'm sure everyone will have their own way of dealing with games like this. But I have my process. I'll think about what is right to do at this point in time. Being a captain, I have to make decisions on the field. So I think what's more important for me is to just think about what I need to do right now or this particular over. You know, not to even think of how much do we need to get after 20 overs or how much we need to bowl them out. I think it's about that one over. You know, how we want to finish that over, staying in the present and literally just nailing it down to maybe over by over and think about what you need to do in that particular over. And that is where the skill of captain comes into play. You know, I'm sure other captains think differently. Everyone has their own way, but this is how I like to think about that one particular over, because this is literally a place where you can't think too far ahead. You know, game changes every over here. So you need to think about, you know, that particular over and how you can win that one over and then move on to the next over. So I think it's about that. I know there's a lot of thinking that needs to go in these kind of thought process, but I'm okay with that. I had to look at Rishabh's just few games in IPL to make up my mind where he's going to bat in the World Cup. And when I saw him the first half of the tournament, I was pretty happy and clear that this is where he's going to bat. And yeah, with a player like him, you know, the kind of ability he has, it's always tough to find the right number for a player like him. But I thought for us particularly, you know, when we have 3 right-handers in the top 4, it's nice to have him in the middle, where I think later on when we move ahead in the tournament, the spin is going to play a big part, where his counter-attacking can come into picture in a big way. Since we don't have Jaiswal at the top, you know, we wanted somebody in the middle who can just go and play freely. And Rishabh, I thought, is the guy, and I've seen enough of him over this 5-6 years now to know what his strengths are, and obviously there is a little bit of weakness as well, but I would like to focus on the strength as of now. And I think, you know, he's got an all-round game, and we want to utilize that up front, where he gets to play maximum balls along with some of the other experienced players. So, yeah. And again, I said, besides the openers, none of the guys' positions are fixed as such. We want to be very flexible in that, and the message has been given to them very clearly about it, that you know, only the openers will stay stagnant unless it's a super over or it's a 5-over game. But otherwise, the openers will stay the same. And then from number 3 onwards till number 7, we want to be flexible and think what is the right matchup. And certain guys love certain entry points in the game as well. So we want to think about all of those and then try and head into the game.
Okay, live from New York Stadium, where Pakistan is to start. Here's a big update that we're giving you because of the drizzle that we've experienced in the last 45 minutes has been delayed.
Alright, some delay as far as the toss is concerned. We'll keep you up to date as to what's happening in New York. Nikhil will be joining us very shortly from the ground. Just a bit of a glitch that we're facing with him, but everything happening on the ground. You will get the very latest here on this India Today stream. For now, let's just listen in to Navjot Singh Sindhu's thoughts. Nikhil managed to catch up with him ahead of the match. Let's listen in to the thoughts of Navjot Singh Sindhu.
It's India versus Pakistan, and who better than Navjot Singh Sidhu to be talking to us here on India Today. One of the heroes of India-Pakistan. Everyone remembers the 1996 quarter-final, man of the match right next to us. He's been made available to us courtesy Star Sports, the press room special. The first question, Sharipa, that I have for you is, we've seen the biggest headline right now is Pakistan losing to USA. My question to you is, does that make Pakistan more dangerous versus India because they like to come back, or does it make them more vulnerable because they've already had a massive
It'll
loss?
make them more vulnerable. Because when you lose, it's not a good habit. And if you lose to a non-test playing nation like USA, right? They're novices basically. They've just come in. That actually is a mental scar. This game is played as much between the hands, as much between the ears. So when you lose, the ignominy of the defeat, actually, the wounds will heal, but the mental scars will remain. And when they come here, adaptability is the key. This pitch is a witch. Why do I say that? Any newly laid pitch will have undulations, boss. When the ball hits the ridge, it takes off. And then the very next ball might hit the trough. It's like this, you know, it's like the undulation. When the ball hits the trough, it scoots along. So एक पिच की पप्पियां लेती आ रही है, दूसरी आपके नाक के पास से जा रही है. Suddenly you're bamboozled. Suddenly the cobwebs are there in the mind. They cloud your mind, and you're expecting it. So it's very important not to expect it. The Indians have got used to it. The Pakistanis have lost to England. They've lost to the USA, and they come here aside in descent. And they play on a pitch. It's difficult to dance on a crooked floor, bro.
But that's my next question. For a big game as India versus Pakistan,
that's advantage India then.
Ideal conditions, would you want a pitch like that?
Look, it's not what you want. Do your best wherever you are with what you have. Now, when you expect someone to make a stadium in 2 months, and then there's a drop in pitch, any drop in pitch, I've been part of drop in pitches in Patiala, in Delhi, everywhere. It behaves the same way. It takes almost 2 to 3 months for you to roll the pitch with excessive watering for those undulations to go. But if you expect that these undulations will go overnight, you'll have to actually face the music, even if you don't like the tune. Let me tell you, this is not going to go away. So for the first time in years, I've seen the ball dominate the bat. That's why you rate ability in men by what they did in Test cricket. Here, it's a particular skill, the skill to clear the ground, which prevails, right? That's the rationale. It's like a suspense movie. People want to go, enjoy. It's entertaining. It's very fast. It's cricket in the Ferrari lane. So therefore, it's different cricket. But you will have to face it. What cannot be cured has got to be endured. That is skill.
Okay, last game that these two teams played at a T20 World Cup, one for the ages. Virat Kohli plays that knock. What that does is raises expectations of the fans. How do you match up to that game that you saw last time around?
Look, he is the happiest from whom no one expects. But when someone like Virat Kohli, someone like Rohit Sharma or Boom Boom Bumrah walks in, people expect wonders. The age of miracles is not past. So you've got to rise to those expectations. The occasion is piled high on difficulty, but you've got to rise to the occasion. No? And occasions do not make men strong or weak. They show what metal they're made of. Pressure is what you allow it to be. So the side that handles the pressure and has nerves of steel will be the winner. Advantage India by miles.
Okay, my final 20 seconds with you, rapid fire. We've done it many a times in the past.
Try it again.
Okay, one word to sum up, just one word, Pakistan's fielding. One word for Pakistan's fielding.
Shoddy.
Okay, one player that you think will be X factor for India in the game.
Virat Kohli and Boom Boom Bumrah from the bowling side.
Okay, one player from the Pakistan camp that India need to be wary of.
Babar's
one sentence to tell me why India go in as the overwhelming favourites, as you said.
Better balance, people in form. Armed to the teeth, booted and spurred.
Okay, that's all the time that I have with Navjot Singh Sidhu. Thank you so much for taking our time. You're famous. AajTak.
Interesting thoughts there of the former India cricketer Navjot Singh Sidhu, clearly giving India the edge. But what is it that's happening in the Pakistan camp? Let's give you a sense of that by sharing the thoughts of Gary Kirsten, the Pakistan coach recently hired. He's still also getting to know the ins and outs of the Pakistan team. What is it that the mood is in the Pakistan camp? Let's tell you about that.
No, it's great. It's great to be part of, I certainly see it as a massive privilege to be part of these games. I've had, I think, 2 of them. It's great to be involved in this. Cricket doesn't get bigger than this. So it's fun to be a part of. I think it's going to be a great occasion tomorrow. First kind of India-Pakistan game in America. It's been great being here in America on tour. I think it's one of the privileges of being involved in cricket for all of us, is that we get to travel the world in the name of cricket and see different places. So that'll be fun and a great occasion. It's never nice not winning games of cricket. Okay, for any player, they're trying their best, so it's never nice. I don't think I needed to motivate this team for this game. I think the important thing for us is that we operate genuinely as a team. Yes, we need individuals to make good performances, but playing games like this, I think, is a real team effort. It's a big game, so we're going to treat it as any other game, but certainly give it our best shot. The team's motivated. I mean, if that's what you're questioning, 2 days ago is forgotten. We can't take it back. It's gone. So we move on. It certainly is a strength of ours. So we like to look at that in the balance of our team. But I think it's important that you cover all the bases, So we want to make sure we've got spin options, good seam options, and a deep batting lineup. And I think most teams are trying to do that. So however that stacks up, that's what we aim for. I think it's just favourable for bowlers, full stop. Doesn't matter which team. So, for us, it's, the batters are going to have to play with some courage in any team. Play with real courage, assess the conditions, assess what a good score could be on this wicket if we bat first, and then try plan as the game unfolds to make sure we do what we can to get a competitive total. Bat first and bat second, it'll be dictated to by how we bowl.
So there was Gary Kirsten, the Pakistan coach, speaking his mind ahead of the big clash between India and Pakistan. Nikhil joins us back on this broadcast. Nikhil, I believe there is a bit of a delay that happened. In fact, as we speak, perhaps there is an inspection going on as well. What more can you tell us at this point in time?
Well, that's right, Harshit. The toss had been delayed a short while ago, and now they are doing an inspection, after which they will take a call. When is it time for the match to start, and when is it time for them to have the toss? So what has really happened, let me just give you a bit of a background. There was intermittent rain that we experienced here half an hour before the toss time, and then it stopped, and then you had some rain right after the toss time as well, which is why the toss was delayed. What that has done is, even though at the moment they've covered the pitch, but what that has done is that the outfield became a bit wet. They're trying to assess that condition as we speak. If they think it is good enough, then for another half an hour or so, they could then possibly have a start in another half an hour. That is what is expected, because at the moment the latest update is, and the skies above, that it is still quite grey. You still can see dark clouds up there in the sky, but they seem very threatening at the moment. There was weather forecast that had predicted rain, but only a brief spell of rain, about a half an hour spell of rain, and that's something that we've already had. So going forward from here on, I don't think you're going to get too much of rain, which is good news, because whatever stoppage you had to have has already happened so far here. After the ground conditions are okay, they are tried, the outfield is okay, you're going to have the toss and the game is going to start. So that's the latest update. The other thing is that there is a lot of security. Let me show you around a bit. What you're seeing right now is a queue of fans that are coming in. There, if you see behind me, there's a queue of fans still coming into the stadium, although about 80% of the stadium is already full. But here there are a few security concerns, which is why the cops here have asked the fans to wait, because there is an issue there, and they're clearing those things out, after which they will allow the remaining fans to go in. As I said, majority of the fans, about 80% of the fans, have already gotten inside the stadium compound because the toss is delayed, so they reached in time. But the ones that are trickling in now, as you can see behind me, some set of fans still trickling in now, the few of those, they have been temporarily stopped here by the cops because there is some sort of an issue, and they're not specifying what. They said, no, we need clear a few things, and until all the fans have to be waiting here is cleared, only then fans will be allowed to get inside the stadium. Nothing to do with the rain, it is a security concern, but what are the details, we don't know as yet. So that's the from right outside the ground here. Okay, with me is the man of the moment, Saurabh Netravalkar, the left arm medium pacer who pulled that super over in the game versus Pakistan and has been trending on social media for the last few days. Saurabh, thank you so much for talking to us. I was speaking to Nosh a short while ago, and I said, you know, the US team is now known as the H1B1 team. And do you know the number one reason for that? That is you. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, it's been really heartwarming to see the positive wishes and blessings from everybody.
Right.
And I really wish I could thank everybody individually, but through this, I want to say thank you to everybody.
Has your social media mention and updates have gone out of whack? It's as in the number of updates that you have to check keep increasing in thousands every hour?
Absolutely, yeah. It's been a little bit overwhelming because I've not experienced that before, but like I feel grateful and blessed, and I wish everybody well. Yeah.
Okay, just tell us about that super over. Now, for those of you who don't know, he's played under 19 cricket for the Indian team. He's played, which is a very, very tough state to play for Mumbai, has played Ranji Trophy. So firstly, I want to take you back to that under 19 World Cup. I remember 2010, was it?
Yes.
It was a game against Pakistan, which India lost. It was a close contest. India lost.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals, correct. Was it a sort of revenge this time around? Did you think like that when you were playing Pakistan, even if it was for a different team?
I actually did not. I
I've
actually
reminded you.
came that to know from some of the reels and.
Oh, okay.
But I do recollect it now in 2010. Yes, it was the quarterfinals. It was a rain-affected match. It was reduced to 23 overs, I think, and we took it till the last over.
Let's talk about the India game. I know that Rohit would have been your senior in Mumbai cricket.
Yes.
Yeah, slightly senior. Virat is someone you must have played against. I think corporate cricket you played a lot.
Once or twice. I haven't played much against him, but with Rohit I've practiced in Mumbai nets. I've bowled to him in the nets.
Right. So looking forward to playing with a Virat and a Rohit, someone who was your senior in Mumbai cricket, and like Virat, who you played against in corporate cricket.
Yeah, I mean, they're inspirational people. Their journey has also been really inspirational. There's a few other guys also like Surya and all who I've grown up with. I've played under 15, with them. So it will be nice to see them and share a stage with them to perform. Yeah, looking forward to it. Just excited. Can't describe my feelings.
Yeah, you're talking about Surya. I mean, the kind of shots that he's playing, nightmare for bowlers, you'd say, right?
Since under 15 days, we knew that this guy is something. He used to smash everybody in our age group cricket as well. He used to score big hundreds, So we knew he's going to do something special, and I'm really happy for him. The way he's come up the ranks and the way he's set the stage on fire. Yeah.
Okay, finally, left arm fast bowler. Many idols to look at and take inspiration from the great Wasim Akrams to you've got a lot in Indian cricket from Zaheer Khan. Who was that one bowler that you idolized?
I think it's been a mix of a few.
Right.
If I grew up late 90s and early 2000s. Those are my idols. So I mostly idolized myself over Zaheer Khan, like I said, because I've seen him as well. Glenn McGrath is one of my favorite ones because of his consistency and accuracy, and Wasim Akram for his skills. So I try to learn from all three of them, the way they bowl.
Wow, that's a great collection of fast bowlers, the three that you've picked. But Saurabh, thank you so much for taking our time, speaking to us on India Today. All the very best in your career, as well as for the game versus India.
Thank you.
Okay, that's the man everyone's been talking about, Saurabh Netravalkar. But let's just shift the focus back to the match at hand, India-Pakistan. A couple of updates in case you're joining us right now. The inspection, like we told you, happened at 7:45 at the Nassau County. The couple of umpires were there on the pitch. They're happy with the playing conditions, which means good news for everyone watching on the telly, as well as for all those 34,000 odd people that have flocked to the stadium as well. The two updates of essence for you right now. One, of course, is that the toss will be happening at 8 o'clock. So we're only about 8 minutes away from toss taking place between India and Pakistan. That's when you will be seeing Babar Azam, Rohit Sharma getting into the center for the toss. When does the match begin? 30 minutes after that. 8:30 is when the match will kickstart. The other update though, and that is something for all you cricket fans out there, you must be wondering, because there's been an effective delay of about 30 minutes for the start of play. Does the match get affected to the extent that you lose overs? The answer to that is no. There aren't any overs being lost. But building up to the match, since we do have plenty more time to bring you so much more, because there's time left for the toss, there is time left for the match to begin as well. Let's listen, and there's so much being said about the rivalry, about the two teams and the kind of storied rivalry it's been over the years. Plenty of former India as well as Pakistan cricketers now in hindsight reflect upon what it is to be a part of this context. We have it all put together specially for you.
इंजी भाई, ऐसे में जिस तरह से सुनील गावस्कर बता रहे थे कि हिंदुस्तान में ये होता है, सुबह से ये शुरू हो जाता है, मुझे नहीं लगता पाकिस्तान में भी बहुत अलग होगा. ऑलमोस्ट ऐसे ही हालात होंगे कि आपसे भी कहा जाता होगा कि जो कर लो, यहाँ तो इंडिया को तो हरा कर आना है. क्या वर्ल्ड कप जीत से भी बड़ी जीत हो जाती है हिंदुस्तान को वर्ल्ड कप में जीत हराना?
इंडिया से अगर हार जाए तो घर वाले भी फोन पे सही तरह बात नहीं करते. तो ये बाकी तो जो पब्लिक है बाहर वाली, तो उसका तो अंदाजा आप खुद लगा लें कि जी वो क्या करते होंगे. लेकिन इसमें यह है कि प्रेशर असल में इंडिया और पाकिस्तान का, जिस तरह सनी भाई ने कहा कि जी पॉपुलेशन भी है, लेकिन एक दूसरी चीज़ भी है कि हम है ना रेगुलर मैचेस नहीं खेलते. जिस समय अगर हम रेगुलर क्रिकेट खेलेंगे, अगर 5-5, 6-6 साल का गैप आएगा इंडिया और पाकिस्तान की सीरीज में, तो उससे बहुत ज़्यादा फर्क पड़ेगा, बहुत ज़्यादा प्लेयर्स पे प्रेशर आ जाता है। अगर हम रेगुलर बेसिस पे जिस तरह दूसरे कंट्रीज़ के साथ क्रिकेट खेलते हैं, अगर हम इस तरह क्रिकेट खेलें तो मेरे ख्याल में दोनों तरफ की जो सी पब्लिक है ना वो यूज्ड टू हो जाएगी। प्रेशर ख़त्म तो नहीं होगा, इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट है ही प्रेशर का नाम, क्योंकि जी प्रेशर तो आपको लेना ही पड़ेगा, लेकिन प्रेशर का लेवल कम बहुत हो जाएगा। लेकिन उसके लिए ये कि जी रेगुलर सीरीज खेलनी पड़ेगी, उसके अलावा कोई नहीं है कि जी हम 10 साल के बाद, 8 साल के बाद, 5 साल के बाद सीरीज खेलेंगे तो प्रेशर का लेवल यही रहेगा। तो मेरा ये ख्याल है, और हमारी क्रिकेट भी अगर इंडिया पाकिस्तान की क्रिकेट हो इतनी प्रेशर में, जिस टाइम कोई लड़का परफॉर्मेंस देता है, कुछ भी करता है, तो उसका अपना कॉन्फिडेंस भी बहुत ऊपर चला जाता है, वो भी बहुत बेहतर प्लेयर बन के उभरता है। तो मेरे ख्याल में हमारी आपस में जो क्रिकेट नहीं हो रही, इससे हमारी क्रिकेट को भी नुकसान हो रहा है।
और इतना भी सही है अजय कि जब इंडिया और पाकिस्तान का मुकाबला होता है तो खिलाड़ियों का भी बेस्ट निकल कर आता है। 96 के उस मुकाबले की जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, जहां आमिर सुहेल की बल्लेबाजी तो थी, लेकिन आपने कुछ ओवरों में पूरा खेल बदल दिया था। एक खिलाड़ी का भी बेस्ट निकल कर आता है, वो एक मुझे लगता है कि आपके मेमोरेबल मोमेंट्स में से होगा।
मैं ब्लेस्ड हूँ, कहूँगा कि फॉर्चुनेट हूँ कि उस दिन बेस्ट निकल के आया। ऐसा नहीं है, बाकी 10 भी जो हैं, हर आदमी ही बेस्ट करना चाहता है और खेल में किसी दिन आता है। आई थिंक प्रेशर देख लीजिए 2 तरीके से है। आई मीन मैं तो बड़ा हुआ तो इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच देखते हुए ही बड़े हुए थे, तो एक जैसे इंद्र ने बात करी कि बहुत कम मैचेस होते थे, तो एक जावेद मियांदाद का जो मैच है वो कभी ख़त्म ही नहीं होता था। तो किसी भी बच्चे में, आई मीन आई एम श्योर आज जो छोटे हैं वो आज ये सोचते होंगे कि वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल में मैं जाके करूं। तो हमारी जनरेशन में तो यही था कि आप जब पाकिस्तान के विरुद्ध खेल रहे हैं, ये मौका है, प्रेशर नहीं है, प्लेजर था कि अगर यहाँ वो तो स्प्रिंग बोर्ड है। आई थिंक इंडियन क्रिकेट की अगर आप हिस्ट्री देखें और इवन पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट की, अब तो हम नहीं खेलते, जो भी खिलाड़ी रहे हैं या खिलाड़ी बन गए हैं वो इंडिया पाकिस्तान के विरुद्ध उन्होंने ज़रूर अच्छा किया होगा। तो आई थिंक एक स्प्रिंग बोर्ड था इंडियन क्रिकेट का और पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट का कि अगर आपने सर्वाइव करना है। मेरी टीम में जगह पक्की तब हुई है, तब तक उसी टूर्नामेंट में मैं 2 बार ओपन कर चुका था, 2 बार बाहर, 2 बार ऊपर, लेकिन उस इनिंग के बाद मेरा 6 नंबर पक्का था।
कपिल जी, इंडिया प्रेशर बेहतर लेती है या फिर हिंदुस्तान की पब्लिक ज्यादा टॉलरेंट थी, डर कम लगता था प्लेयर्स को कि हमें कम?
आई थिंक शुरू में थोड़ा ज़्यादा टॉलरेंस थी, लेकिन हाल ही में मैं कहूँगा जब हम खेलते थे उस समय पाकिस्तान की टीम बहुत बेहतर थी, हमसे ज़्यादा बेहतर थी। शायद हम वर्ल्ड कप में जीतते भी थे, लेकिन उनकी टीम बेहतर थी, ऑन पेपर बेहतर थी। लेकिन पिछले 10, 12, 15 साल में देखें तो शायद हमारी टीम बहुत बेहतर हो गई है, हर तरफ से बेहतर हो गई है। तो प्रेशर तो इंडिविजुअल के ऊपर होता है और प्रेशर थोड़ा बहुत होता है टीम के खुद प्लेयर ले लेते हैं। जब अनसर्टनसी आती है तो प्रेशर आना शुरू हो जाता है, जब आपको श्योरिटी होती है तो प्रेशर थोड़ा कम होता है। ये माइंड सेट होता है, हर एक प्लेयर का अपना अपना माइंड सेट है, लेकिन प्रेशर कई बार ऊपर से बनना शुरू हो जाता है। अगर ऊपर वाली छवि थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा डर में या अपनी हालत को हल्का समझें तो शायद प्रेशर उसका ज़्यादा आ जाता है पूरी टीम के ऊपर।
शुरुआत के 4 वर्ल्ड कप तो इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मुकाबला ही नहीं हुआ था अजय। जब आप कप्तान थे 1992 में पहली बार सिडनी में वो मुकाबला हुआ था हाई वोल्टेज, और उसमें हिंदुस्तान ने वहाँ पर जीत हासिल की थी।
इंडिया पाकिस्तान के मैचेस बहुत मज़ेदार मैचेस होते हैं, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड कप में हमारी हर बार जीत हुई। जब तक 92 के बाद जितने भी वर्ल्ड कप मैचेस खेले हमारी हर बार जीत हुई। बट लेकिन जो पाकिस्तान के जो मैचेस होते हैं, जो मेरे हिसाब से जो मैंने सब में इतने मैचेस खेलने के बावजूद भी मैं जो प्रेशर गेम, जितना सब में ज़्यादा प्रेशर वाला जो गेम खेला था मैं 1996 क्वार्टर फाइनल्स बेंगलुरु में खेला था, तो इतना प्रेशर था। मैं कैप्टन था, मुझे पता नहीं हर आदमी, हर इंसान इंडिया का उसमें इन्वॉल्व था वो मैच में। और उसके बाद ऐसा लगा जब मैच हो गया, मैच जीतने के बाद ऐसा लगा कि 100 किलो वेट मेरे ऊपर से निकल गया, इतना प्रेशराइज गेम था। और उसके बाद में फिर हम लोग जितने भी पाकिस्तान मैचेस जो होते थे, चाहे इन मैनचेस्टर में भी हम लोग जीते, तो मैनचेस्टर में हम लोग मैच जीते। तो जब ऐसा हो रहा था कि हम लोग अच्छा नहीं खेल रहे तो वो मैचेस वर्ल्ड कप में, तो जब हम पाकिस्तान से मैच जीते तो जब हम ड्रेसिंग रूम में मैं आया तो इसमें 3-4 बोर्ड ऑफिशियल इतना जोर से मुझे झप्पी पाए, मैं इतना लगा अरे मैं परेशान हो गया, बोले यार हमारे लिए तो यही वर्ल्ड कप था, अच्छा मैच जीत गया। तो वैसे ऐसे मैचेस होते हैं वर्ल्ड कप में, बट लेकिन हमारी टीम आज पाकिस्तान की टीम से बहुत अच्छी है, और जैसा कि कपिल पाजी ने कहा कि मैं उनकी पूरी बात से सहमत रखता हूँ।
10 दिन कहते हैं कि मुझे नींद नहीं आई थी उस मैच से पहले 2003, ऐसा हुआ?
सपोज बिल्कुल, क्योंकि एक एंड से वो बॉलिंग करने वाला था, दूसरे एंड से वकार, शोएब, उनके पास बहुत अच्छा बॉलिंग अटैक था, पॉसिबली द बेस्ट बॉलिंग अटैक इन दैट टूर्नामेंट। और जैसे हम दोनों की मैच शुरू होती है तो दूसरे दिन पता लगता है कि हम कितने चिल्लाए हुए हैं, क्योंकि सोर थ्रोट्स तो होते ही होते हैं, और हमारे साथ बहुत सारे स्पेक्टेटर्स के भी होते हैं, क्योंकि आई थिंक हाँ यू वर देयर
सब गई है
तो उसका कुछ एक थ्रिल अलग ही होता है आई थिंक।
और प्रेशर बड़ा था उस मैच का, हर मैच का होता है ऑब्वियसली प्रेशर। इंडिया पाकिस्तानी मैच का प्रेशर क्यों ज़्यादा होता है क्रिकेटर्स पे? आजकल तो सोशल मीडिया सो वो डबल प्रेशर कर देता है, बिकॉज इट्स ऑन योर फोन, यू कैन सी लोग आपको।
उसको डर लगता है,
तब तो नहीं था ना, तब आप
डर लगता है शीशे ना टूट जाए।
तब आप घर से निकले हो, आपकी माँ कह रही है कल मैच नहीं हारना, सड़क पे खड़े हुए हो, सड़क वाला कह रहा है भाई मैच नहीं हारना, एंड सेम गोज फॉर इंडिया। वहाँ इनके साथ भी होता है, दिस इज एडेड प्रेशर। ये एडेड प्रेशर ये होता है कि आप सोने जा रहे हो तो आपकी बहन कह रही है कल मैच नहीं हारना।
नहीं, मगर ये सब होते हुए द थिंग इज दिल से कि कोई प्रेशर लेना नहीं है, मगर ये नहीं करना है बस। कोई प्रेशर नहीं लेना।
हाँ, मेरी छोटी बहन कहती नाक ना कटवाना, मैं कहता है मैच खेलने जा रहे हैं बेटा, क्या हो गया आपको?
और जैसे सचिन भाई कह रहे हैं उसके ऊपर ये कहना कि नहीं प्रेशर नहीं है, मतलब कमाल।
लोगों को समझ नहीं आता कि प्रेशर बिल्ड कैसे होता है। जस्ट बिफोर द गेम तो इट हैपन्स, गेम के 2-4 दिन पहले, इंडो पाक के मैच से पहले, आजकल तो सोशल मीडिया पर लड़के पढ़ते होंगे ना कि हारना नहीं है, हारना नहीं है, हारना नहीं, तो उससे एडेड प्रेशर वो होता है आप पे। देन वही प्लेयर परफॉर्म करते हैं जो उस प्रेशर को हैंडल कर पाए।
So the toss about to happen now. Ravi Shastri I see in the center along with the two captains, and it is Babar Azam, I can tell you, the Pakistan captain, who's won the toss. If you ask me, I already know what the decision is going to be, and it looks like it is going to be the decision to bowl first. In fact, it's exactly the decision that Pakistan have made. No surprises there, knowing the nature of the pitch as well as to what we've seen in the couple of matches that have been played in New York. Now, this is advantage Pakistan, might I tell you. It's an up and down, unpredictable pitch. There has been some rain as well. There could be rain because in the afternoon time as well, it was expected that there could be a passing shower. Now, if there is another passing shower, and if you are looking at the rain gods intervening, you could be looking at DLS also come into the scheme of things. Now, if that happens, Pakistan do get a slight advantage there as well. On your screens right now, I'll just reiterate what has happened at the Nassau County Cricket Stadium in New York. Pakistan winning the toss and opting to bowl first. No surprises there. We'll be telling you about the changes as well, if at all there is any. Rohit Sharma, the Indian captain, now having a chat with Ravi Shastri. Like I said, we'll be coming to the changes from both the sides in just a tick. Nikhil joins us back on the stream. Nikhil, a good toss to win for Pakistan, needless to say, and this was a decision you knew was going to be coming regardless of which captain won the toss.
Yes, that's correct, Harshad. I think it's a very good toss to win for Pakistan. I mean, this was a game anyway being touted as a game where toss is going to play a very crucial role. And I think now, with the overcast conditions, it becomes even more paramount for the team that wins the toss to bowl first. I'm just going to explain to our viewers why I say that. Firstly, because you've got overcast conditions, let me quickly show you how the skies are looking right now. See those grey, threatening clouds that you see up in the sky? They still are there. They've been like this since morning. We've been going live on our platforms from 6 a.m. local time here, and right now it's 10:30 a.m. local time, and the overcast conditions haven't relented. They've stayed just like this. Now, while I speak to you, there's not great news because I can feel a drizzle. The drizzle has come back. It had gone away for a long time, and you expected the game to start at 8:30. The toss may have happened, but the drizzle has returned. So it's drizzling as we speak. Will that have an effect on the game time? We'll have to wait and watch, because as of now, you have 25 minutes for the first ball to be bowled. But because it started raining again, that is a possibility that that may get pushed a little more. It may still be a little more that the fans would have to wait till they get to see the first ball of the India-Pakistan encounter. So that's the first bit of news, that it's raining here at the moment. Secondly, going back to the toss has happened. Pakistan would feel very, very happy and lucky to have won the toss. One, because as I mentioned, those overcast conditions still remain. Secondly, because of the tricky nature of pitches that we've got here, any sort of a total seems very tricky. Any sort of a total. So if you are, you've got the opposition that is batting first, and that the opposition is out pretty cheaply, whatever is it that you're going to be chasing could sometime be tricky. So on that front, the Indian team might just feel a bit relieved that, okay, that you've been put into bat, that pressure of a chase will not be there. So that is something that the Pakistan team will have to be content with. That is something that the Pakistan will have to deal with once they do come out to bat. But the other advantage, as I said, there are two advantages of right now bowling first. One, of course, the overcast condition that I mentioned will help you. The second advantage, and why a reason behind Pakistan choosing to bowl, would be that if it is a shortened game because of the rain which is in the air at the moment, if it's a shortened game, then if the target keeps changing, they'll have an idea and they can keep adapting to the changed target if it continues like that. But having said that, let me play the weatherman here and give you some weather update. Yes, it was expected to rain here. Yes, we knew that there will be a bit of a disturbance to the game. But the good news is that in the second half of the day, post the afternoon, post noon time, the clouds are expected to clear. It's expected to be a clear day. In fact, it's expected to be a very hot day. You might find it a bit odd, me saying that it's going to be a hot day, because right now it's overcast, it's cold, it's windy. But yes, the weather prediction is for the day here at the Nassau County is that going forward post noon, which is about an hour and a half away from now, you're going to have bright sunshine and you're going to have a clear day for the rest of the day. What that tells you is that there's always a buffer time. If you know, there is a buffer time that is kept, and in this game as well, that 1 hour buffer time is going to be kept. So even if the game is delayed furthermore, by which I mean that 8:30 start gets pushed to, let's say, 8:40, 8:45 or even 9, no overs are going to be lost, because and with that, the weather prediction that it's going to be a clear day, so you're going to still see a 20 over encounter, albeit that it will finish much later than you had expected. It was earlier expected to finish around 10:30, 11 India time, but now with the game getting pushed, it might finish close to midnight India time, but you're still going to see a full 40 over contest. So that's a bit of good news for Indian fans, along with slight bad news that it has been a delayed start. So that's the latest now in terms of the weather and what Pakistan have decided to do after winning the toss.
Yeah, the one other thing, Nikhil, and this is where Pakistan would be really happy to win the toss. You look at the 3 wins that they have in T20Is against India, all come while chasing. So this is exactly what they would have wished for.
Yeah, that's true. Their record in chasing has been rather good. I'm reminded of the T20 World Cup that happened in 2021. They chased, won with 10 wickets. Yeah. Maybe they're also spooked by the fact that the one time that India were chasing, that was the last T20 World Cup. They pulled off a master chase by the master himself in Virat Kohli, one for the ages. What a knock he played at that time. So that was a game where Pakistan were in pole position. They were very comfortable throughout the duration of that game, and only towards the end, Virat Kohli played the knock that he did and took that win away from them. So maybe that has spooked them. All of that put together, maybe they've decided. But I think the primary reason even now, Harshit, is going to be the fact that because of the overcast condition, Pakistan have decided to bowl first, because expect the ball to be swinging a lot. Let me give you a bit more of technicalities here. One, as you know, overcast conditions always help you to get the ball to swing. Secondly, this is a makeshift stadium. So what tends to happen in most international grounds, that even if there is breeze blowing, the breeze doesn't really get into the stadium because of those large stands that you have across the globe, especially in certified established cricket venues. But what's happening here? This is a makeshift stadium. It was just a ground. It was a park that has been converted into a cricket stadium. So what they've done is got those drop-in pitches, That sorts out the playing area, and the rest of the stands have been built temporarily. I believe that once the games here are done, it will only take them a couple of days to bring the entire stands down. And so because they are temporary stands and they're not covering the entire ground, there are enough gaps between stands that is allowing the breeze to blow through the stadium, and that will aid the seam bowlers, and that is something that will really boost the confidence of the Pakistan team, because one, as you know, their strength has always been fast bowling. Secondly, they've got two left armers now. Earlier there was only that one left armer that the Indian team had to be contend with, and that was Shaheen Shah Afridi. They only had to negotiate him and his left arm fast bowling. Now they'll have a Shaheen Shah Afridi. They've also got a Mohammad Amir back, and with Naseem Shah, who's a master bowler when it comes to swinging conditions, he's also going to play a major role. Let me quickly give you another update. It started to pour very heavily right now. The rain has come down once again, and I'm afraid it's not looking good as of now. So this is slightly heavier. I wouldn't still call it a very heavy rain, but it is still enough for me to leave my position and look for a shade at the moment. So what that tells you, now you could be certain, what that tells you that the game is going to have a furthermore delay. It's definitely now not starting at 8:30. That is a certainty. That is for sure. Game is not going to start at the 8:30 IST that it was expected to start at. Most likely you're going to have further delays, but as I explained, Harshit, earlier as well, worry not, because in the second half of the day you're expected to have clear weather and bright sunshine. As surprising as it may sound right now as I stand under the rain, but that indeed is the weather prediction.
Yeah, you've been around, Nikhil, enough, in the in the Big Apple, in the city, to be knowing the weather very well now. You spent a reasonable amount of time there, so I'll take your word there. But the other thing, since you happen to be outside the stadium right now, the one update that we are getting from inside the stadium, and you may not be able to see those visuals for obvious reasons, but for everyone, let's tell them here, as Nikhil says, it's gotten heavier over there in terms of the drizzle. What that means inside the ground is that the covers have come on. So going back to what Nikhil had said, you are looking at a delayed start to this match. 8:30 is when the match was expected to begin, but now because the rain's gotten heavier and the covers are on, you're looking at another inspection. Firstly, the idea will be to wait for the rain to dissipate, and after that there will be another round of check that the umpires will conduct. So a delayed start. But let's talk about the 11s, Nikhil, because that's something of importance to everyone concerned with this match. The Indian team unchanged, as we all sort of expected as well. Those were the kind of hints you got from Rohit Sharma from the press conference as well. But Pakistan have made one change, and the one change is the addition of another left arm bowler. You were talking about that aspect. Now we know the Indians, they've been susceptible to left arm bowling. There is another left armer that they'll have to contend with, and it's Imad Wasim.
Right, that's really interesting. Just looking at the team that they have come up with at the moment, the first thing that I noticed that Azam Khan, who was coming in for a lot of criticism, primarily for his lack of agility behind the stumps, as well as his batting performance that did not inspire a lot of confidence before this. So Azam Khan goes out. In fact, I was speaking to a few fans before the toss happened, while they were walking inside the stadium, and even amongst the fans, Azam Khan had become a bit of a butt of all jokes. So that is something that I think the Pakistan team has taken notice of. So Azam Khan has gone out, and I think they're bolstering their spin lineup as well with the changes that they've made, because they've got a Shadab, they've got an Imad now. But the fast bowling duties are going to be with Mohammad Amir, Naseem Shah, Haris Rauf and Shaheen Shah Afridi. So 4 fast bowlers, and all of them, very potent fast bowlers. We've seen them do very well in international cricket. A lot of them have troubled Indian batters in the past. So they've gone out all out fast bowling attack. Some good bowlers that you see there. Of course, the 2 spinners as well there. It's the batting lineup though, Harshit, of the Pakistan team that does not inspire a lot of confidence. And I'm looking at that batting lineup of Babar Azam, Mohammad Rizwan, followed by Usman Khan, which also means that Rizwan's going to be doing the wicket-keeping duties since they've already made that change and Azam Khan has gone out. So Rizwan will do that, and you will have Babar and Rizwan open. Usman Khan is there. Fakhar Zaman with his new position batting at number 4. Then Shadab, who's shown some good form, maybe not with the bat, but maybe not with the ball, I beg your pardon, but certainly with the bat. And of course, Imad Wasim coming in. Iftikhar is their big hitter. Didn't quite really work out in that super over for the Pakistan team, but that's the role that he plays. But if you look at that batting, that looks thin. So you've got batting till number 7 at best with Imad Wasim coming in at 7, and from there on, you pretty much your tail starts. Yeah, Shaheen Shah Afridi can tonk a few, and Haris Rauf may swing his bat, but your batting is till 7. So that's a vulnerable area that Pakistan have right now. Whereas if you look at the Indian team, them batting till number 8, that looks like a very, very strong batting lineup. Yes, they've compromised on their spin bowling by not picking Kuldeep Yadav, but they bolstered their batting with batting at number 8. So man to man, mano a mano, on paper, looking at the 2 11s, the Indian team does look slightly stronger there.
Yeah. Nikhil, a quick question though, going back to the aerial conditions at play and the since weather's already played a role in this match, is it getting heavier in terms of rain now? Because as I'm being told, even the players have gone off the field now. They're headed to the dressing room. They're not in the dugout anymore. So is the rain getting heavier? I see a few umbrellas also with pedestrians and those heading to the stadium perhaps who did pass by you in the background. I saw some umbrellas there as well.
Harshit, yeah, not really heavy, but it is a steady drizzle, and it's coming down steadily for the last 15 minutes. So that's a sign for worry. But yes, it's not that slight a drizzle that I can be outside the shade and not get wet. Right now the situation is that if I'm standing under a tree right now, I didn't come that well prepared with the umbrella and the raincoat, because all I expected was that rain was going to be there for half an hour. That is what the Met department here had predicted. But right now it's been a steady drizzle, so it's not the rain that you can step out of shade for, because if you do, you're going to get really wet. But it is also not a rain that looks threatening, that can create a lot of puddles in the ground. So it's not even that sort of intensity in the rain, and that may be a slight bit of good news at the moment. But yes, the drizzle continues, and I'm looking around and I'm looking at the periphery of the skies that I see. I do not see any clear patches. What that is telling me that the rain is going to stay. This sort of rain is going to stay for the next 20 minutes to next 30 minutes. So this rain is going to be there. Again, I go back to, I'm no weather expert, but I just go back to the weather report, the local weather report, that did say that post noon, post 12 o'clock, things might clear up. And we're about an hour and 15 minutes or slightly less than 15 minutes away from that scenario. And that very well could be the case. As of now, as I see, the entire sky is covered with grey clouds. And so if you were to tell me that is the game going to start in the next half an hour, my simple answer is going to be no. Next half an hour, no, the game's not starting. Do I see the game start in the next 1 hour? There is a possibility. Do I see the game start in the next 1 hour, 1.5 hours? I would say with a great degree of certainty, yes. That does seem like a real possibility because of, again, going by what the prediction of the Met department here is. Based on that, yes, by 12 o'clock you should have game. As I speak, I can feel that the intensity of the rain has gone down a notch or two. So that steady drizzle has now reduced to a slight drizzle. It's become a slight drizzle right now. So the intensity has reduced. And I also see, though it's not a clear sky behind me, I don't know how much can you see on my camera, but it's not a clear sky behind me. But what I do see is in the distance, white clouds, white clouds. I do see white clouds which don't seem very threatening. So there is a bright light at the end of the tunnel, so to say, at the moment. So I do see clouds covering the entire skyline, but the dark clouds may clear up because I do see white clouds further behind, which may, because of the wind. And the good thing is, by the way, there is a steady breeze also brewing, which will ensure that these passing showers that we have go away from here much quicker than expected because of this steady breeze. So the clouds may just disappear from the skyline in a short while from now. So if the game, again, is the game starting at 8:30 India time? I don't think so. Could the game start by 9 p.m. India time? I think there is a possibility of that happening. Anywhere between 9 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. India time could be a better possibility for the game to start based on the conditions and the predictions by the Met Department.
Yeah. The other question, that will come to every Indian fan's mind, in fact, cricket fans for that matter, because everyone who loves the sport probably having their eyes on this particular match. And the venue. The venue has been a lot, centric this time around. It's made for a lot of conversation. Sticking more to the venue, Nikhil, because you've been there. I saw your reports as well, which we've been talking about as well. The fact that, it's a pop-up stadium, as we all know. Now, in the sense, were you able to spot enough arrangement? Now, the top stadiums that you see around have the best drainage facility. There are multiple super soppers as well. So, in terms of the infrastructure for such a scenario, how prepared is New York? Were you able to spot any super soppers? And is there something you could pick as far as the drainage facility is concerned?
No, so yeah, on that front, Harshit, I mean, just stating the obvious, you clearly do not have those kind of facilities on offer here at the Nassau County cricket ground. You don't have that sort of facilities. Having said that, what I believe that they do have that sort of soil here, because I was speaking to a few people that have worked on the ground, that will soak in the water pretty quickly. By the way, while I say that, here's some piece of good news. The rain has stopped. So stop press. The good news that is coming in right now is that the rain has stopped as of now. So that's some bit of good news that you see. You do see clouds, but the rain has stopped. And I mean, I'm just looking at the skyline. I would hazard a guess and say that probably you've seen the last of the rain showers for the day. I'm just hazarding a guess right now, but based on the weather report, based on what I see on the horizon at the end, where I do not see a lot of dark clouds, while you see, I don't know whether it's very clear on the camera, but you do not see those threatening dark clouds further back. They are right here on top, but not further back. And so that's great news. The first bit of great news, as I said, the rain has stopped, which is why now I can come out of the shade that I was standing in. And here you go. So rain has stopped. Let's assume that my guesstimate is accurate and it doesn't really rain from here on. It could take another 30 minutes or so for the ground staff to prepare the ground. Realistically, if it doesn't rain anymore, which seems like it at the moment, realistically, you're looking at a start at 9 p.m. Indian time. Of course, they're going to have another inspection. They're not going to announce it immediately, but because the rain has stopped, they'll get the groundsmen working, maybe allow them another 15-20 minutes or maybe a half an hour, and then take a call. And even though the inspection might happen in another 20 minutes, then they don't need to give the teams too much warning time in that sense. They don't have to tell them well in advance. I mean, so let's say the inspection is at 8:50 India time, which is a possibility. In another half an hour, they allow the groundsmen another half an hour. But once the inspection happens, and if they see that the conditions are fine, they could tell the teams that the game is going to start in the next 10 minutes, which would then make it 9 p.m. India time. So realistically, 9 p.m. seems to be the time when the game could start. Again, with a disclaimer that it doesn't rain anymore.
Absolutely. We'll have to wait and watch, because there is, like Nikhil points out, there will be another round of inspection. There is one that we had at 7:45 Indian Standard Time, and there is one more to follow, because you had the toss after that, but there was another rain interruption, and which is why that means there will be another inspection. Now, given the latest that Nikhil tells us, the rain has stopped. So that inspection takes place in a few moments from now, and after which you are looking at resumption of play. The good news in all of this being two, in fact, at the moment. One, of course, as Nikhil showed all those visuals as well, he sees clearer skies, brighter skies now. That's number one. Two, there aren't any overs being lost at the moment. You're looking at a full-fledged game. Yes, the game does get dragged on a bit in this part of the world because it starts pretty late as well. So be prepared for a long night, but you're always looking for such contests, so don't bother in case you're worrying if it's going to be a long night indeed. But you know, the other thing, Nikhil, that this rain means is that the sand the sand base that you have at the stadium, we all know it's not the kind of soil that you see in this part of the world where there is proper facility, there is proper soil as well. We know it's the sand that's the base as far as this stadium is concerned. It's already come into criticism as far as the slow outfield is concerned. With the rain on top of that, the sand, my guess is, becomes heavier, and maybe the ball getting across to the boundary becomes a bigger challenge now. So perhaps a lesser total we are looking at now.
I mean, yeah, Harshit, we're anyway getting very low totals, and that's been the biggest worry of all the fans that have turned up. If you've been watching our broadcast that's been on for the last 2.5 hours, I spoke to plenty of fans, and the pitch is not producing good stroke play has been a big concern for most fans. So anyway, you're getting low scoring pitches. After that, the outfield came into criticism because of the patchy nature of the outfield. Now what happens, just to explain to our viewers, you need to lay the cricket outfield months in advance, and you need to have a lot of cricket games before you bring on the international stars to play, and that is something that the organizers haven't done. So you prepared the outfield just weeks before this big tournament, and then you expected the international players to, you know, be fine with it. That wasn't going to be possible. I'll take you back to what happened with Dharamshala. They relayed the outfield. Even there, they tried to rush it at the World Cup time, and it did not quite work out the way that they would have wanted, because the nature of the outfield is such that it requires about 3 months of some sort of cricket being played for it to settle down. That's why you had a scenario in Dharamshala, if you remember, where patches of grass would come out. That is something that you have seen here as well. You've heard it from the Indian coach, Rahul Dravid, who came out and said that, listen, they're not too happy with the outfield. It's heavy and it takes a toll on the legs and the muscles of some of the players that could result in a few injuries. It's tell you what, it's going to get worse now. Now that it's rained, it's going to get heavier. The outfield and the risk of injury then increases this time around. So that's going to be a worry for both teams. Also, let's not forget, this is a bigger ground. This is a biggish ground. We've gotten accustomed to seeing very short 60-65 meter boundaries. You've got 75 meter boundaries here, which is a decent size, especially the square boundaries. So the nature of the pitch is such, heavy outfield, big boundaries, you're not looking at a big scoring game, and so that is something that the teams would have to consider. This is what the teams will have to look at while you know, approaching their innings. The batters will have to look at while approaching the inning. Yes, it's all very well to say T20 cricket is moved in a different direction where you have to go wham bang from the first ball. It's kind of changing, and especially in this World Cup, you'll have to change your approach. You'll have to play a different breed of cricket, T20 cricket, the one that we saw a few years ago, where you know, you have to be a bit prudent in your approach when you're attacking. That's the sort of cricket that you're going to see, and might I add, I think the Indian teams are master at that. The Indian batters, with their experience and having played this kind of cricket and their expertise, a lot of them are all format batters also in this team. All of that put together, I think the Indian team and the Indian batting better suited to the conditions here. Not ideal conditions as far as the pitch, as far as the weather, as far as the outfield, yet I'd have to say the Indian team do hold an edge when you look at the entire picture.
Absolutely. In fact, you know, man-to-man, Nikhil, since we've been playing out that graphic as well, you look at the two teams, Pakistan batting till number 7, India batting till number 8. Number 8 for the Indian team and Akshar Patel. You look at a number 8 for Pakistan's, that is Shaheen Shah Afridi. So that just, you know, in itself tells you that the Indian batting, firstly, not only in form, but have an extra batter when compared man-to-man. The other update for everyone watching us on this stream is that the second round of inspection, in fact, is on as we speak at the Nassau County Cricket Stadium in New York, which is where Nikhil joins us from as well. So this is the second round of inspection. You are getting the next update very soon now as to when is it that play could resume. Nikhil very briefly pointed out that you could be looking at play starting by around 9 o'clock Indian Standard Time. So you're not too far away from that mark as well. But an official word will perhaps be coming in rather soon. In fact, what we are getting to know is that 11:20 a.m. local time is when play will begin. So you're looking at play starting rather soon now. That's the big update at the moment, Nikhil. We're getting 11:20 local time is when play starts.
Yeah, well, that's exactly about 29 minutes from now, if my math is correct. So if it's going to start at 11:20, you are saying, or 11:28?
11:20.
11:20. So that's exactly 22 minutes from now. 22 minutes from now, if the play is starting, that's great news, and that's going to be 10 minutes to 9. That's where the play is going to start. That's great news. What that tells you, no overs lost. No overs lost for this encounter. 40 over game. And my dad, I'm going to give you some more good news. First time I'm feeling a bit of the sun shining on my face.
Oh, lovely.
First time in the day. I told you we started right in the morning. All the best, guys. Have a good game. We started right in the morning at 6 a.m. It was overcast conditions, but right now the rain stopped about 10 minutes ago. As I mentioned, the rain stopped, but the first time I can feel the sun rays really coming out, and that is exactly what the Met Department had said, that after 11 o'clock local time, 11:30, by 12 noon it was going to get hot here. So we are 1 hour away from that prediction, and I do see that the clouds have cleared up. I do not see too many threatening clouds around us, which means that once this wave of cloud goes away, because of the breeze that's also blowing, I think sun is around the corner, and we'll have to brace ourselves for a hot day here in New York, which is great news for fans that are going to be sitting at home watching it on TV, because they are going to get to see all of 40 overs of a contest between India and Pakistan, provided teams can bat for the entire duration of 20 overs in their innings, because that's something that's not been happening so far here.
Absolutely. We've only seen one team cross the 100-run mark, in fact, at the Nassau cricket ground in the 4 matches that we've played so far. Thank you so much, Nikhil, for bringing us all those updates from ground zero. You enjoy the match as well. 20 minutes for you to go inside the stadium and savor the enthralling action that we are all expecting as far as this mammoth game of cricket is concerned. Thank you so much, in fact, to everyone who's joined us on this stream. Stay tuned to India Today for the very latest as far as this match is concerned. Thank you so much.